Harvard University, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. An elite American university funded the deliberate psychological torture of a highly gifted 16-year-old boy. Theodore Kaczynski was born in 1942. He officially entered the halls of Harvard University in 1958 as a 16-year-old mathematics prodigy. Psychologist Henry Murray recruited him. The Central Intelligence Agency directly backed this secret research under the umbrella of Project MKUltra. Kaczynski endured extreme verbal abuse. Researchers strapped the teenager to a chair with electrodes to monitor his escalating heart rate. Harvard shattered his mind. Kaczynski abandoned modern society for a 10 by 14-foot wooden cabin hidden in the mountains of Montana. He mailed 16 sophisticated bombs. Between 1978 and 1995, these meticulously crafted explosives targeted university professors and major commercial airlines. He killed 3 people. The blasts permanently maimed 23 other victims over the course of his domestic terror campaign. Federal agents captured him. He died on June 10, 2023, inside a maximum security prison facility located in North Carolina. The institution engineered a killer. They never faced a single legal consequence for the psychological destruction of a human being. Yale University, the Skull and Bones Society. A windowless stone tomb in Connecticut incubated the powerful men who eventually orchestrated global warfare. The society formed in 1832. Yale University selects exactly 15 senior students every spring to enter the secretive Skull and Bones. George H.W. Bush joined in 1947. His son, George W. Bush, joined the same elite fraternity during his 1968 academic year. The group produces intelligence leaders. This singular collegiate society successfully birthed 3 CIA directors and the key architects of the Cold War. In 2003, Yale alumni aggressively invaded Iraq. The United States bypassed international consensus entirely to launch a massive military offensive. The resulting war killed 200,000 innocent civilians. The American government spent $2.4 trillion over a decade of continuous overseas combat operations. The society still operates today. Exactly 15 new members walk into the dark tomb every April to continue the cycle. Echo chambers own the world. True global power does not govern from the light, it rules from the absolute shadows. London School of Economics, the dictator's children. A premier London university officially certified the global financial legitimacy of a brutal tyrant's heir. Saif al-Islam Gaddafi was exactly 30. He enrolled at the prestigious London School of Economics in 2002 to secure Western credibility. He integrated smoothly into academia. Gaddafi rapidly established deep financial connections with powerful British politicians and high-level global resource brokers. In 2009, he donated £1.5 million. The university gladly accepted the blood money and subsequently granted the dictator's son a PhD. Western academia handed him credentials. In 2011, the violent Libyan civil war erupted across the streets of his home country. Gaddafi abandoned his academic facade. He immediately directed heavily armed military forces to slaughter 1,100 unarmed civilian protesters in weeks. A court sentenced him. Armed groups released him in 2017, and the former academic remains in hiding in Libya today. Institutions gladly sell respectability. A Western doctorate cannot cure the deeply ingrained psychological pathology of a violent military dictator. Oxford University, Cecil Rhodes. An elite Oxford undergraduate casually drew continental borders across Africa that still violently bleed today. Rhodes entered in 1873. He arrived at Oriel College as a 20-year-old student seeking to dramatically expand his worldview. Oxford incubated his racial supremacy. Rhodes returned to Africa to effectively merge academic imperialism with a ruthless corporate diamond monopoly. He founded De Beers in 1888. He deployed private mercenary armies to claim 1 million square miles of land. He enslaved hundreds of thousands. He engineered the 1894 Glenn Gray Act to forcibly displace millions of native African citizens. Rhodes died on March 26, 1902. He left £6 million to the university that actively fueled his massive colonial ambitions. Oxford named buildings after him. The devastating generational damage he caused across the African continent is still violently unfolding in 2026. Universities do not educate conquerors. Elite academic institutions gladly take their stolen money and carve their bloody names in stone. Eton College, the British political class. A single boarding school of 1,300 teenagers produced 20 of Britain's highest-ranking prime ministers. 20 British prime ministers attended the same school. That is not coincidence, that is architecture. Eton College opened in 1440. Boris Johnson and David Cameron both entered the massive Windsor campus in the late 1970s. Both boys were exactly 13. The school actively taught wealthy teenagers to ruthlessly debate complex policies without believing the premise. This manufactured absolute, unwavering confidence. In 2016, Cameron initiated the Brexit referendum that immediately decimated the modern British economic structure. Austerity policies destroyed the country. Between 2010 and 2019, Eton-educated politicians slashed £30 billion from critical public health spending. Researchers linked this to deaths. The specific austerity mandate caused 330,000 excess civilian deaths across working-class communities in the UK. Eton still charges £46,000. Cameron resigned on June 24, 2016, and Johnson resigned in disgrace on September 6, 2022. True power bypasses democratic elections. The ruling class of the modern world is quietly engineered during childhood inside elite classrooms.